Hi there, welcome to my views and news. Thousands of Ethiopian troops entered Somalia. New movement of Ethiopian troops. Thousands. 4,000 entered on Friday. What happened? In two locations in Somalia, the movement of Ethiopian troops from Ethiopia has been confirmed. Already in Somalia, thousands of Ethiopian troops are operating. Why are new soldiers, thousands of new Ethiopian soldiers entering Somalia while Somalia wants to kick out Ethiopian troops? What happened? Details for you. Before that, we know that by the end of this year, Atmos is going to come to a close. Atmos is African Union peacekeeping mission in Somalia. Somalia wanted the closure of this mission by the end of this year, but after international pressure from neighboring countries, Somalia changed its position. And in May, Somalia wrote a letter to the relevant authorities to reconsider the withdrawal of African Union troops. Phase 3 withdrawal of African Union troops in coming days. By the end of this month, by the end of June 2000, African Union troops are due to leave Somalia. Then by the end of September, 2000 more will leave. But Somalia is now requesting that these 4,000 troops should not at once leave. The withdrawal should be gradual. Somalia changed its position, as I said earlier, because of international pressure. But Somalia wants all Ethiopian troops to leave. This is what Somalia's official position is. By the way, last night, African Union Peace and Security Council, AUPSC, approved new peacekeeping mission in Somalia after 2024. So ATMOS troops are not totally leaving Somalia. New mission has been approved in consultation with Somalia's government. Uh, Troops from countries like Kenya, Uganda, Burundi, etc., will continue conducting operations and having presence in Somalia. It seems Ethiopia will have to withdraw. It seems. But African Union Peace and Security Council has issued a statement. You can see that it's available, and the statement clearly mentions that after December 2024, a new African Union peacekeeping mission will take charge in Somalia. Now, movement of Ethiopian troops. Now, it's clear that Ethiopian troops are being kicked out of Atmos. But Ethiopian troops are deployed under bilateral arrangement too. We heard from two Somalia regional states, Southwest State and Jubaland, a few days ago. They opposed the withdrawal of Ethiopian troops. This deployment in Jubaland and Southwest is under bilateral arrangement. It's not part of ATMOS reportedly. Now, new movement of Ethiopian troops. On Friday, thousands of Ethiopian troops entered Hirshabelle. Hirshabelle is a federal member state. In Hirshabelle, there is a Hiran region, Hiran zone. In Hiran zone, there is Matabara. Reportedly, 4,000 Ethiopian troops entered Matabara on Friday. These Ethiopian troops met with local elders, local government officials. They held meeting. They said that they got information that Al-Shabaab fighters were gathering in the area to enter Ethiopia. That is why Ethiopian troops are here to conduct the operation. They stayed there for a few hours, talks were held, then they returned. It's very interesting. Why did they come to? Why did they enter Hiran zone? It means that border is not controlled by Somalia. Border is controlled by Ethiopia. Otherwise, foreign troops cannot enter your territory. And if Al Shabaab fighters were organizing, they were gathering in the area, why did Ethiopian troops return? It means they entered Somalia's territories to send a message that they are there. That if they are kicked out of Atmos, it does not mean they'll allow Al Shabaab to organize close to its borders, and Ethiopia will cross border to carry out attacks on Al Shabaab or any anti-Ethiopian forces. So this is what I think was the message which Ethiopia indirectly delivered to Somalia on Friday. Another town where Ethiopian troops entered is Dolo. Dolo is in Gaidu zone, Gaidu administrative zone. It's in Jubaland regional state, federal member state. On Monday, uh, more Ethiopian troops entered Dolo. Again, they said that Al Shabaab was trying to organize in the vicinity of the border area. That is why more Ethiopian troops were being sent. So now it's clear that Ethiopia wants to send a message to Somalia that it won't let anti-Ethiopian elements to gather on board. And maybe this mobilization of Ethiopian military is linked to any big decisions coming. As we know that it is being speculated that Musavi Abdi, Somaliland's president, could visit Ethiopia and the two leaders could sign the final agreement about Ethiopia having access to sea and Somaliland get recognition from Ethiopia as a country. If it happens, obviously it could have consequences on border for Ethiopia. Al-Shabaab could try to mobilize its fighters towards Ethiopian territories, or even local tribal community could be uh, told to wage war on Ethiopia as well. That is why I think Ethiopia is sending messages in advance to local Somali community that Ethiopian troops are on alert. If anyone try to gather, organize anti-Ethiopia activities, Ethiopia won't sit in Ethiopia. Ethiopian soldiers will cross the border and they will attack anti-Ethiopian elements. This is a big message, by the way. Hassan Sheikh government talks about sovereignty, territorial integrity of Somalia. And he said the MOU signed, his government said the MOU signed with Ethiopia's wild land is a violation of Somalia's sovereignty, territorial integrity. Is this the sovereignty, territorial integrity, that thousands of Ethiopian troops are freely crossing into Somalia and Somalia cannot protect its borders? Somalia does not have the capability. Its forces are in the process of being established. It will take years for Somalia to control its all of its borders. This is the situation. It seems that in coming 2 to 3 weeks, we could see big decisions. Let's hope and pray that things remain peaceful and the disputes are solved peacefully and through dialogue. Thank you for watching.